All right. Another segment of Eazystar's Variety Society. And with this segment, we're going to continue again on the natural success and how you can increase your success through nature or meditating with the elements. Now the elements, it's like getting in tune with nature. We dealt with the chakra on the first segment, and that kind of like local. It's like a local to your body, right? But then your body is local to the nature. And the way we're going to get into this is dealing with it through astrology. So we're going to also connect the astro with this light and the stars and some of the planets. We're going to get into more detail with the planets a little later in another segment. But in dealing with the natural self, if you remember, the first stage was acknowledging that the matrix was unnatural. And then so you kind of get into dealing with the knowledge of yourself. We're going to also, the astrology part of this is going to connect you with getting in touch with yourself. So let's get into it. Each element, fire, earth, air, and water, has its own spirit, so to speak, which spirit is actually the fifth element when you want to tie them all together, actually. And first element we're going to discuss is fire, which is basically your enthusiasm for life. So in a meditative kind of mode, well, first let's just list them. Earth deals with solid physical things, the structure of even thoughts, or physical things, and logic, which is definitely dealing with your thoughts, as opposed to creative thoughts. Logic thoughts kind of are defined, have structure, and have their limitations if you're going to keep that line of logic solid and connected instead of little segments of a line. And then we have air, which is creative or abstract thought, which is, as opposed to the logic, is that creative thought. A little less limited, a lot less limited. And then water, rounding off the fourth element, deals with emotion, empathy, and that fluid motion, that flow. Holla at your boy. Then let's go on to the next little slide here. All right. When we deal with the elements through astrology, in astrology, every sign has one of three qualities. And I'm blending it in with the meditation of the elements because you can kind of look at the elements with these three qualities as well. The first element or quality is the cardinal quality, which deals with the dynamic of something, the flow, process flow, definitely dealing with movement and action. It's energetic, and it's active. Cardinal, dynamic, energetic, and active. Then another quality is the fixed quality, centered, purpose, and concrete. Kind of limited, after a while you get away from the center, you're not fixed no more. There's a limitation to that. And that kind of gets into the last quality, which is mutable, which is adaptable. Kind of a lot less limited. And mostly deals with a mutable, adaptable, movable, but in a way that's harmonious. And it deals with a lot of moving and motion. Now let's go back to the elements for a second. And okay, say you wanted to deal with fire, but you wanted to deal with the headquarters of fire. You know what I'm saying? You would kind of go to that fixed situation. Say you wanted to deal with fire and you like, man, I need to adapt to my enthusiasm for life situation, need a little adaptation, little versatility mode. Then you would kind of deal with and meditate through the quality of the mutable quality. And we're just using fire for an example. You were dealing with that enthusiasm for life, that spark for life, and you were like, man, I want to make things happen, because that's what dynamic is. The dynamic quality is the person that's dynamic. When they walk into the room, you feel that energy move and action. So basically you want to make that fire move, you kind of want to meditate it on it through a dynamic quality. So let's get into it. The fire signs, getting into the astrology now, you can link your personal self to this if you know what astrological sign you are. Aries is the first sign right off the muscle coming out the, cosmos or whatever you want to look at it. Aries, the spirit of Aries is I am, and it is a cardinal quality. So again, if you want to meditate through that through the element of fire, using the cardinal quality, that spirit of I am is related. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tie things too tightly. Your imagination through your meditation is your best tool. So I am is related. When you meditate fire using the cardinal quality. Then there's the fixed fire, which is related to the Leo. If you're a Leo, you know what I mean? And the spirit for a Leo is I will. So if you meditate through fire, that spark that enthusiasm for life in a fixed central headquarters status, you know what I mean? That thought and that spirit of I will is related. And if you want to meditate through fire using the mutable quality, the spirit is I see. And those that are Sagittarius, that is the spirit for Sagittarius as well, or the frame of thought, I see. You think about the Sagittarius, the centaurs, they can read the stars and kind of like predict the future short term kind of a way by reading the stars, because they can see good. That sight, they have that sight. So anyways, you meditate on the fire sign and the mutable quality. You want to get that adaptability thing, that harmonious thing going. The spirit of I see is related. Now let's go on to the earth signs. So the earth signs, and all these signs I'm listing, they're coming in the order that they occur in the zodiac. So on the earth signs, you want to meditate on that earth, that solid, that structure, that logic. And you want to do it in a fixed, you say, you like, okay, I want to get to this central headquarters, the fixed, quality of earth. The spirit would be I have, and the fixed earth sign is Taurus. And I have is the spirit for Taurus. So if you're meditating on that earth, fixed quality I have would be related. If you want to go to that earth sign, that logic, again, I'm not going to repeat myself, but the in a mutable quality, you want to be adaptable with it, harmonious with it, moving with it. That's you need some movement in your game in an adaptable way. The spirit is I analyze, and that is the spirit of the sign of Virgo. So those that have Virgos, take heed of that spirit, because that's sort of your strength, looking at it astrologically. And then on the earth signs, if you want to meditate on the earth sign and the cardinal, you want to make that logic, that structure move. You want to get active with it, which is a little different than the mutable. Again, like mutable is more about reacting, or let's just say adjusting, and cardinal is more like things is going to adjust to you, kind of a thing. So earth sign, and you want to look at that earth meditation in a cardinal fashion, a cardinal quality. The spirit would be I use, not abuse. I use, a good thing. You use your resources, right? And the earth signs, or the zodiac sign with the earth and the quality of cardinals is Capricorn. And again, I use would be your strength. That's a Capricorn as well. But on the meditating on the earth signs, you want to make it that earth move. I use would be related. Now let's go to the air signs. The air sign, mutable. So you want to look at that abstract creative thought, and you want to look at it in a mutable fashion of being able to adjust, adapt, harmonize with the air energy. The spirit would be I think, And the mutable air sign in astrology is Gemini. And again, that spirit is I think, for those Geminis in the house. And the air sign on a cardinal quality, the spirit of that would be I balance, which is the spirit for those who are Libras, or the astrological sign of Libra. So if you want to meditate on that air, that creative thought, in a cardinal quality, I balance, it's going to be related. And if you want to meditate on the air signs in a fixed quality, the spirit is I know. And the zodiac sign that's fixed in the air sign is Aquarius. I know is a spirit for Aquarius. And you want to meditate in the fixed quality of Aquarius, I know is related. Right? And then finally the water signs. We're going to start with the cardinal aspect or quality of water, which is I want to make that water move. The spirit is I feel. And in astrology, the cardinal water sign is Cancer. And the spirit of Cancer is I feel. Right? And water again is that emotion, empathy, and that fluid motion. So we want to take that water and we want to look at it from the central headquarters, that fixed, that purpose, concrete thing. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of that will be I create, which is the same like water in a fixed state. The sign for that is Scorpio, which is the same spirit I create. I create will be related if you want to meditate on water in a fixed quality. And finally we have Pisces. I'm kind of going out of order, but anyways, you want to go with that water sign in a mutable quality. You want that water, you want to adapt, you want versatility, you want to harmonize that water, that empathy, that emotion. I believe is the spirit. And the mutable water sign in astrology is Pisces. Again, is I believe. So you want to meditate with that water in a mutable quality, I believe is related. And that rounds out, I do believe, let me check some, that rounds out the spirit of the elements and the different qualities of each element. So you just not stuck with meditating in such a general fire, general earth, general air, general water. You can actually break down each element into the quality of fixed, dynamic, immutable. Holla at your boy. Next segment, well, make sure you check out the previous segment I did was on the chakras, and the next segment I'm going to do is going to be on the planets, as we take this natural success, and some tools where you can actually expand. As you look at it, chakras was the local. Elements is okay. You want to reach out to the nature around you here on Earth. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to take it to the planets as we expand further. Because there's more than just the planet Earth. We expand further. Universally. Holla at ya.